Hello, welcome to the When I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank, and I'll be sitting here talking to you for a few minutes, I think. You know how I talk about my neighbor. If you've listened to this podcast from the beginning, I have been talking about my neighbor, I think, since the first show. Usually about the noise, the power tools that come from the garage at 3 o'clock in the morning, or 2 o'clock in the morning, or 5 o'clock in the morning, or midnight, or 11 p.m. It doesn't matter what time you can hear power tools. It's very random. But anyway, you've also heard me say that I don't interact with especially neighbors or families, whatever, that have women in them because I have a history of you know dating daughters and wives because I'm a scumbag. But anyway, when my neighbor first moved in, they had a daughter. So I said I'm never talking to them, and I haven't. The only time I've talked to them is when they've said hi to me and I've waved back. I've never gone out of my way. They don't know my name, whatever. Anyway, so over the past couple years, the woman that I thought was the mother or the wife was actually the daughter, because apparently the daughter's fat. Now, I didn't know this because when they first moved in, the daughter was skinny. So apparently, over the past couple of years, I guess she ballooned up, and man, she looks horrible. I mean, if you're like in your early 20s and someone thinks that you're in your late 40s because you're fat, you're shaped like a soccer mom. No, I take that back. I just insulted some soccer moms. I've actually interacted with lots of soccer moms. Most of them are actually skinny because they're on a steady diet of meds from the doctor, psychiatrist, drug dealer, and their husbands are at work and the only thing they have to do is stay skinny. So I've actually met some decent looking soccer moms. So she looks like, I don't know what's a reference I can use. Imagine Pig Bunny, except she's not an actress that plays Pig Bunny, so she doesn't have to look appealing. So she's fat. Yeah. Anyway, I can't put myself in the mindset of being in my early 20s and being fat, and especially being a woman. Like a woman's 20s is her peak. Like it's all downhill after that. I mean, after 25, a woman starts getting less and less attractive. Now it's varies upon each woman, and there are some outliers where you'll have a woman who's whatever, just name any age, let's just say 50, and like she's hot, but that's because she tries and puts effort, eats right, exercises on a regular basis. Now like my neighbor's just a average average Jane citizen. She's an average American woman, and you know what? She fits the profile. 5'4", gotta be 200 pounds, gotta be. I saw her go inside the other day. Now I don't know much about women's sizes, because it's like a number, like 2, 4, whatever. So I'm pretty sure it was a size. It was a size stretched. You know. I mean, like you give her 2 more weeks, she's gonna look like Whoopi Goldberg. And Whoopi Goldberg, I mean, God, Whoopi Goldberg looks like she's I don't know, like wearing a tent. But Whoopi Goldberg's in her 60s, so I get it. She gave up 30 years ago. But this girl's like 23 or whatever, 22. What happened? I don't know, like what happened to the springtime of your youth? I mean, how can you eat so much at 22 where your natural metabolism can't even save you? I mean, that is saying something. Man, I was so disappointed. So disappointed. I need to go over there and go, hey, what happened? Oh God. Oh, I can't even talk about it anymore. It's just. I mean, I understand why the Mexican place closed though. The one by my house. I guess it wasn't because of the unrealistic lockdown rules that supposedly were supposed to help everything. Um, yeah, you know how like I mentioned Whoopi, so let's talk about Whoopi Goldberg since she's in the news for being a Jew hater. Uh, so Whoopi Goldberg apparently, I mean, I don't know I don't know how to explain what Whoopi Goldberg said, but um, she basically took Hitler's side. I mean, that's the only way I can describe it. And people are mad at her, whatever. She's not going to lose her job because she's a leftist, so it's pointless. So the outrage is just pointless. But like Gina Carano got fired for mentioning the Holocaust, basically, because she didn't say anything offensive. Whoopi Goldberg takes Hitler's side, and she's just gonna get a 2 week suspension, and then she's bitching about that. First of all, who cares? Suspending someone for 2 weeks means nothing. That's just a vacation. We're talking about rich people here. But that's neither here nor there. I don't even care. I don't watch The View. Whoopi can be racist. I don't care. It's just why the fake outrage? She's not gonna get canceled or anything. She's a leftist. She's on the right side. She's on the side that the media controls mostly. So there's just people outraged. I'm like, why are you wasting your time? Who cares? She's allowed to. I mean, the bottom line is, she's allowed to believe whatever she wants to believe. Just like I'm allowed to believe whatever I want to believe. The difference is, you gotta be smart enough to keep your beliefs to yourself. When are people in positions of fame gonna learn that talking about the Holocaust, if you even believe in it, never gets you anywhere? Using World War II comparisons is never good because there's always some backlash in the media, and it doesn't matter which side you go on, because whatever you say, there's a lot of people who actually do 100% agree with you. 100%. I mean, I've talked to a lot of people. I've heard a lot of different views about that time. So I've heard all different kinds of opinions from people who, picked either side. I know people who know it didn't even happen. I know people who just have all these kinds of different thoughts, and they're 100% sure. It was a false flag. But anyway, I have also known people who have done extensive research and have come on both sides. So that's the problem with history. It just depends who's telling it, and that's how you gotta take it. But back to my original point. If you're a person of public fame, never use a World War II, a Nazi, a Jewish, a Holocaust reference. You'd never win. Never say anything positive about it or negative about it, or don't deny it, don't promote it, don't do anything with it. It doesn't matter what your thoughts are. If someone talks to you or like asks you a question about it in an interview, just go. I just don't talk about that subject, because it's a setup. Because either way, you're gonna say something that's gonna offend someone, and it's gonna be fake outrage anyway. Like if any of you have seen some of my stand up, I have a bunch of jokes about that. But the difference between me and a quote unquote famous person, no one cares what I say. You know, I can tell my day camp jokes. No one cares. You know, I can talk about the moon landing. No one gives a fuck. So yeah, I don't know. I just don't. And hey, it's cool to be racist, but not if you're famous. Or you gotta pick who you're racist against. Apparently, it's okay to be racist against whites and Asians. Apparently, because those are like the two races where you hear people say stuff and they kind of get a pass in the media. Hell, some people even have like talk shows where all they do is make fun of those races. So I don't know. You just gotta pick and choose. Pick and choose. But the smart thing to do is just skip over that topic, whether someone says something you agree with or disagree with. Just pretend you didn't hear it. Just go okay. No comment. A no comment is better than a comment sometimes. Even saying no comment is too much. But anyway, so I went to the dentist. Was it yesterday? Yeah. So I went to the dentist yesterday. The appointment, I made the appointment 3 months ago because I had my teeth cleaned like 3 months ago, and so they're like, hey, well, you're gonna make an appointment for your next visit for cleaning. So I made the appointment there. Okay. I go to the dentist yesterday because my appointment was, February 2nd. I think it's the 2nd. Yeah, February 2nd at 9:30 a.m. I go there, and the woman at the desk is like, you're not scheduled today. I'm like, okay. Well, she's like, you can come back later today, though. I'm like, no, it's okay. She's like, I can make another appointment in the morning. I'm like, sure. No confrontation. I didn't give a fuck. She was attractive. That's why she got a pass. If she was an ugly woman, I would have been mad. And I would have cursed her out. But she was hot. I gained nothing by being mad at a hot chick in her early 20s that works at a dentist's office. What would I have gained? Nothing. Except maybe she would have had 3 posts about me on Instagram, 2 videos on TikToks, and probably on her premium Snapchat, she would have put my picture on her dildo. Like I would have gained nothing. But anyway, I don't understand how they they asked me to come back. So I came back on the day that they told me to come back, and they literally said, "We didn't schedule an appointment for you. I don't see you on here." Eh, that's all life is, you know. I can blame the ESL maybe, but I don't know. You know, English and Spanish is kind of similar. She was speaking English when she first did the appointment, so I mean, she understands enough. I don't know. It is what it is, but it just shows you that where my mind is. Ugly person, I would have reached across the desk and socked her right across the face if she was ugly. I'm not even kidding. I would have hit her like a pinata. I literally would have smacked the crap out of her and candy when it came out of her face. But she was hot. So, just like the Sancho in every novella, I went, Tranquila, mija. Los peces no lo cocina. Anyway, I think I said the fish is in the kitchen. Um, but anyway, uh, oh yeah, my neighbor. Today's trash day, right? And my neighbor didn't take her trash out. Now I know she drinks a lot, And I know this pandemic has probably had her being lonely. I want to bet. I want to make a bet. I bet you she suffered an accidental drug overdose. I bet. I want to bet. So I will update you on my neighbor and tell you if she's alive. But I think that she drank herself to death and she's popping pills and she had an accidental drug overdose. Now I know that's I'm not wishing for this. It's just that she's an alcoholic and I'm just being stereotypical. She's a white lady, so I already know she has 5 prescriptions. She's in her 50s. Trust me. She's one of those accidental ODs. I know this is a horrible thing to predict, but I just like being right. And I'm pretty sure I got this one right. But I'll let you know within like the next couple of days, because I'll see her. Maybe. Anyway, peace out, guys.